To Oracle, and this is a reading for STW. STW wants to know about her husband. They have been separated for a while, and she wants to know if she's going to find a new man or what's going to happen with this situation. Well, basically, looks like you're going to get back together with your ex. Well, before we start, this is for entertainment purposes only. You should never make major life decisions or any decisions based upon some random dude on YouTube reading your cards. All right, then. So, yeah, STW. Today we're using, by the way, the Bohemian Gothic Tarot. A bit of a downer tarot for something like this, but I wanted to mix up my decks. So basically it looks like that. You're in for a change. I think the husband is coming back. You have a short-term relationship with the husband again, and then you find a new man. That's basically what I see. So that's the order of events that I see. The Tower pretty much represents a major disruption or a major sort of movement from one place to the next. A lot of times we use that death for that, a movement from one place to the next, but the Tower does involve some shakeup or some big dynamic. It could be a full divorce, it could be a new man coming and everything just sort of goes wild. Tower sort of shakes everything up and moves everything around. The foundation moves, and everything becomes a bit more interesting, for sure, a bit more dramatic, a bit more interesting as well. I see the end of sorrow, sort of the Ten of Swords being cruelty in the Thoth deck, and so I see that sort of that cruelty coming to an end, and you see that angst with the card, right? You see a bit of that angst and that sort of bad feeling. I see that coming to an end with that being upside down. So reversed, I see that sort of rolling back to an end. Or you said you've been separated for a while, but you're still asking about this. So that kind of makes me wonder, do you have an active relationship going on, or did you get back together and separate, get back together and separate? One of those kind of deal. But we do have an end to something. We have a Tower, a big shakeup, things coming around. The Ten of Swords, sort of the cruelty coming to an end. Now here's where I see where he's coming back with the King of Wands, which is definitely sort of a mastery of action, or we have that action. So he's taking some action, he's initiating some action, and the Magician, a master of his tools, pretty much upside down for me means that the Magician is not really the master of his tools in this particular case, more of the same. So we do have that thing. Even if you do find someone to come back and you try to reinitiate the relationship, unless you fix the root cause or the root problem that caused the separation in the first place, you could have a repeat, and that's sort of what points me to the Magician being upside down. Now again, the Magician is sort of the master of the tools, or the master of, his profession. He knows what he's doing, he knows how to do it. He is the expert at what he does, and being upside down seems we're going about the same thing again, right? It seems that he hasn't changed, or he hasn't altered the situation that caused the breakup in the first place. So it seems without that being fixed, what is the quote? The definition of insanity is doing the same things over and over again, but expecting different results. Again, we have the same behaviors, the same things over and over again, expecting different results. The King of Wands, he does try to reinitiate things, does try to fix things. He does do that, and you have that mixture of the motivation of the King of Wands. So the King of Wands is very motivated. This is a fire type feel, right? It's a fire type feel, sort of a cardinal feel. We're going to go to it. We're going to get things done. And if we try hard enough, we will succeed. But then we have the Magician mixed up with it upside down. You're trying to succeed, but again, we're back to the quote, doing things over and over again, expecting different results. You're going to get the same results. The Magician is not turned over. If this would have been turned over and we had like a really positive card on the end, it seems like that would have worked out. But again, we have the Magician upside down. The same behaviors gets the same results. So the Nine of Swords and the Three of Cups. So it looks like that you meet someone based upon your friends. You sort of get that friend referral to someone new, and I think that someone new is in for an interesting relationship. So I do think you sort of start a new relationship later on. But it's one of those things where we have here, you have to bring the husband thing to sort of a result, you know. So you're still going for it, you're still acting on it, you're still trying for it, and maybe you want to try again in the future, but being that you're separated and you have the opportunity, I see that eventually you attract other people. You attract other people. You continue the search for happiness. You continue that feel that you need to be complete. You need someone, completion of all of this. And the Tower sort of makes an upset. We try to get the husband back. The husband initiates the same behaviors, and it's sort of annoying. Being separated eventually, the Nine of Swords, sort of move into that new space right here. We move into that new space, sort of a hopeful space, into sort of a new location or some sort of a new house, apparently. And the Three of Cups, you find a referral from your friends of some new person that's interesting and maybe, you know, would be worth pursuing or something like that. So the answer to your question, what will happen with your husband? I think you're going to give it another go, and hopefully he has changed, or if he hasn't, maybe you'll get the same results as you've been getting before. But anyway, so that's what I see in the cards, and that is my reading. Again, please do not make any decisions based upon a random dude reading tarot. So, if you would like a free tarot reading, email me at the email address in the description. And as always, please hit like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.